Since its launch in October 2015, the Maruti Suzuki Baleno has sold almost 140,000 units in India. The premium hatchback has helped Maruti gain even more market share and more profits than ever before, and with more money in their coffers, India's largest car maker has finally decided to address a small section of the car buying junta, the enthusiast. And this is their answer, the Baleno RS. So what is it all about? Well, we took it to the Booth International Circuit to find out.
Now what the Baleno RS gets under the hood is the brand new 1 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. Now Maruti has never done a turbo petrol before, so this is brand new technology for them. You get 101 brake horsepower and 150 Newton meters of torque, and the first thing that you feel when you drive this engine is the fact that it doesn't actually feel turbocharged. It feels like maybe a 1.6 litre or so naturally aspirated engine, and the power delivery is similar. You have almost no turbo lag when you're in the right gear and a very strong mid-range. Now the other thing that's good is the fact that Maruti hasn't gone the automatic route with the Baleno RS, and you only get a 5-speed manual gearbox. Will there be an automatic in the future? I don't think this is the kind of target audience that Maruti is targeting, and I don't think this audience really wants an automatic in any case.
In terms of updates to the chassis, the Baleno RS does get a slightly retuned suspension as compared to the standard car, as of course it is slightly heavier. But a lower ride height and stiffer suspension should have been the direction that Maruti should have taken in order to get a car with a sportier stance. The car in its current form does have a considerable amount of body roll, especially when you take it to the limits around a racetrack. But the RS does get disc brakes all around, 14-inch up front and 13-inch at the rear, and the braking has improved by leaps and bounds. Safety features like ABS and 2 airbags come as standard.
Now the easiest way to make out if the car is a Baleno RS and not a normal one is the fact that you get a lot of exterior updates. For example, you do get this brand new bumper in the front and this new grille. Now the grille particularly is quite cool because it's painted in this little satin grey color and it's got a mesh type look to it. And the bumper itself is much larger, much sportier, and you get this silver lip on the front right here which also goes around on the side skirts, and also the similar sort of treatment on the rear bumper. The rear bumper also is much different to the normal car, a lot more angular, a lot more cuts. Reminds me actually of the tuned cars from the 2000s, maybe the late 90s as well. Now the one thing that I don't like though is the fact that these wheels on the car are the standard wheels just painted black. Maruti could have done a lot more by giving a slightly nicer design, and the whole car just would have appeared a lot more sportier.
Maruti hasn't really changed anything on the interior of the Baleno RS as compared to the standard car, and you still get an all-black dashboard with silver accents and a large touchscreen that supports Apple CarPlay and navigation. The Baleno RS also comes with a torque and power output readout in the instrument cluster, which we think is quite cool. That said, a sportier seat package or even a leather interior option would have been welcomed by buyers even if it was offered at a premium price point. And if not that, maybe some RS stitching in the seats or a slightly different fabric with some red accents could have definitely spruced up the cabin. Priced at 8,69,000 rupees ex showroom Delhi, the Baleno RS is about 1,40,000 rupees more expensive than the standard top-of-the-line petrol-powered Baleno with a manual gearbox, and about 25,000 rupees more expensive than the diesel variant. That said, the RS does make more power and certainly looks a little better. There are definitely a few things extra that Maruti could have added to sweeten the package, but in its current form, the Baleno RS still makes a lot of sense to the enthusiast motorist. That said, driving it on the racetrack is one thing, and out on the road is a whole different ballgame. So stay tuned for a more detailed look on how it performs under real-life conditions very soon.